he asked me for the loan and I loaned him the money. And when I loaned him the money, we had a verbal agreement that he would pay me back my money. I had money. I had money saved up.
How much did you loan him?
Okay, I loaned him $56,000.
Whoa. $56,000?
Yes.
Did you have anything in writing?
No, just a verbal agreement.
Devontae June Taylor and Denise Eli Tuckenberry versus Michael Corday McKinney.
Yes.
Mr. McKinney is not present. Mr. Taylor, Ms. Tuckenberry, you are here for alleging that there was some sort of fraud.
Yes.
So you have filed an affidavit and a request for default judgment. Tell me what happened.
A loan was made to a friend of mine who I hadn't seen in years. We were going to go into some kind of business, into lawn care. He asked me to loan him my money so he could start the business.
So this is Mr. McKinney.
Yes.
Mr. McKinney and you haven't talked in years, and then y'all start talking to each other about a business.
Yeah, he found me on Facebook and we knew each other from high school. He was talking to me about the lawn care business and it sounded good to me because I know you can make money off the lawn care business. But like I said, he asked me for the loan and I loaned him the money. And when I loaned him the money, we had a verbal agreement that he would pay me back my money.
Did you just listen to the last case, Ms. Tuckenberry?
Yes.
All right. So you're starting a business with somebody who you haven't seen since high school.
Yeah. We weren't starting a business together. I was loaning him the money.
Okay. So why couldn't he go to a bank?
He has 3 jobs. He works 7 days a week. He has money.
So then why did he need your money?
I had money. I had money saved up. So I was going to start a business. But when me and him started talking, it sounded good what he was talking about. He was going to start the lawn care business and then he was going to come and train me on the lawn care business. I was going to get my own set of lawn care equipment.
How much did you loan him?
Okay, I loaned him $56,000.
Whoa. $56,000?
Yes.
Did you have anything in writing?
No, just a verbal agreement. And I have my receipts from the bank and everything else. $56,000 is not the total amount. The total.
Mr. Taylor, how are you involved in this?
He's severely. And some of that money was his money, our money saved.
Okay. All right. So, Miss, why would you give somebody that amount of money with no documentation or anything?
By him having all those jobs, he gets a good amount of income.
Which means he could have paid himself, but why would he need your $56,000 plus?
His money was already tied up in things. I was so anxious. I wanted to get this business started and it can make money, but the defendant.
Ms. Tuckenberry?
Yes.
You're one of those people where if you get an idea in your head, you're not going to be dissuaded. And unfortunately, you got an idea in your head that you were going to start a business and you took $56,000 plus and just handed it to somebody with no documentation.
Yeah, Your Honor, may sound strange, but I've never done anything like that before in my life. I know about scams. I know about romance scams. I know about all kinds of things that happen, but I think I'm under so much pressure taking care of my son. I take care of him totally. He has so many needs.
I have a son who's
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of stress. And I think that he got the loans because I was vulnerable and I was distracted because I've never done anything like that. And I needed something I'll be 65 in September. I needed something to make some money, to build for my future, to have some kind of income. And I had a business plan in mind. It would work, but I just didn't think that he would steal my money. I really didn't think that he would do that.
Report it to the police. Did you report it to the police?
I just set up, this case.
All right. So you said that he came to you and asked for a loan. What were the terms of the loan?
Okay. He got the loans and he was supposed to pay me back June the 10th, 2024. Everything, every penny. But
And how much did he get from you?
totally, he got like $65,750. And this is why it jumped from the $56,000. I sent him a wire transfer of $9,000 from Wells Fargo Bank to Fifth Third Bank, his bank. Fifth Third stole $9,000.
Ma'am, banks don't steal money.
Okay. Well, they held it. I'll say it like that.
I told you that.
I had been in contact with Wells Fargo and Fifth Third for like 7 months trying to get my money back from them. Whatever they did with it, it was in their system.
You sent it to whom?
I sent it to the defendant.
Now, Fifth Third and Wells Fargo are saying they don't have that money.
No. It took me 7 months, and I finally got in touch with the president's office of Fifth Third Bank, and they found the money. But the defendant set it up where it still went into his account. So that's why my $56,000 went to $65,750. Well, I mean, the Third Bank had my $9,000 I was sending to him, and they kept it, and nobody would answer questions or anything. And then the Financial Bureau made Fifth Third Bank give me my money back. When they were giving me my money back, the defendant had it transferred into his account because originally it was supposed to go to his account. After it was lost with Fifth Third Bank, I sent all kinds of letters and everything else. So they would return that $9,000 to me. Now this is another part to that. When Fifth Third Bank had my money and they didn't return it, the defendant was pressuring me because he needed the money to get more lawn care equipment. And so I gave him $9,000.
Did you ever see any lawn care equipment?
He showed me some pictures. It didn't even occur to me that he may not be telling the truth about the lawn care stuff. I mean, I was so wrapped up in thinking, okay, I'm going to get my business started. I'm taking care of my son, totally distracted because I have to think for me and for him. And I didn't think that the defendant would scam me. Yeah, he showed me some pictures. He showed me pictures of the trailer. He showed me pictures of the riding lawnmower, and then things need to get.
I can show you pictures of a rocket ship. It doesn't make
exactly. I swear my mind frame, I don't know where it was because I'm just.
My heart is stuck, Barry. Ms. Powell, was Mr. McKinney ever served in this case?
1 second, Your Honor. Let me check.
He was served by me like 3 times and then.
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on.
Okay, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
He was served, like I said, by me, and I turned those papers into you all, into the court, and they're filed. And then Miss Kiera sent them one last week.
So the affidavit of service the date for that is March 26th.
Okay, and who was he served by?
Certificate of service. I'm sorry, the certificate of service was March 26th. The affidavit of service was filed on April 14th. And then we did send service as well for the Rule NISI.
Okay, when I said who was he served by, so the original complaint was served by the sheriff's office?
Yes, ma'am. I'm looking into it to double check, but I believe so.
Yeah, did he file an answer of any kind?
He has not. He has not responded to the case at all.
So the court is going to grant you the amount of $73,960. That's $65,700 in principal, $4,000 in attorney's fee. Well, no, you don't have an attorney, so I can't give you attorney's fees.
Yeah.
$537 in court costs, and you're asking for prejudgment interest, and I'll go ahead and grant you whatever prejudgment interest you're entitled to. Okay? All right. Now, Miss Tuckerberry, listen.
Yes.
I don't understand why people don't understand this. But you don't ever give anybody money on just a say-so.
Yeah.
You don't ever exchange money for anything that doesn't have paper backup with it. If somebody tells you, well, I'm going to start a business, and they have a business, well, you want to know, okay, well, who've you worked for before? Can I get, can I talk to your clients? Can I see your work? Can I see the actual, because you weren't even giving him money to start your own business. You were giving money to support. If somebody's telling you, I'm working 3 jobs and I have all this money, think about now what sense it makes to be working 3 jobs and you can't get a loan and you don't have any money to do something else that you're working 3 jobs and your money is tied up in other stuff, but you don't have any money, and you got to come to a vulnerable person who's taking care of another vulnerable person and take their money.
I've seen all kinds of scams and everything else. I didn't think I was in one.
People get excited when folks start talking. I've seen it so many times. Well, we're going to start a business and we're going to do this. And they get that hype language.
Yeah.
But they never see profit and loss state. They never see tax returns from his current business. They never see anything in writing that says, I have successfully started a business and I am going to use the money in the right way. Everything he showed you, he could have gotten off the internet.
I didn't think that all the way until the part where he told me, well, I think we should just like separate and all of this kind of stuff. And I'm like, what about the lawn care? It never entered my mind for this person that he would do this. It just never. And the pictures, you know what I'm saying? I saw the pictures.
Okay. So, ma'am, I'm going to give you the judgment. I don't know that you're going to be able to collect it, but if I were you, I would get an attorney to help.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to navigate what it takes by yourself.
Right. Your Honor.
But number two, this sounds like a classic romance scam or fraud. So you may want to report it to the police. I know sometimes people get embarrassed, but he may be doing this to other people.
Okay.
If I were you, I'd file a police report. So just go down to the police station or call the non-emergency number. Not only defrauded you, he defrauded your son. Your son has a disability, so he's taking money from a vulnerable person.
Yes.
That's somebody we need to get off the street.
Okay. Those numbers that you quoted to me, can you quote them to me again?
It'll be in the order.
Okay, thank you.
A copy of the order. But yeah, you're not entitled to attorney's fees. Like I said, collecting money is hard. So you may wish to, because if he's doing things that are fraudulent, that money ain't going to be easy to find and he's not going to willingly give it back. All right. But Ms. Tuckenberry, please. Like think critically about stuff. He may be talking sweet in your ear, but think about the fact that, why would a man who is so successful need your money?
Absolutely.
All right. So we'll get the order out to you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Your Honor.